So when looking at a membership reflective of the Harvest Field's diversity, when we consider the Park Street Church situation, unfortunately, the way that, again, this title presents is that the Four Cs is seeking to ensure that there's greater representation of different people groups and different cultures, different beliefs, etc., within the Four Cs body overall, and hopefully within each church. So, unfortunately, on that basis, the greater diversity in the church, much of it left as a result of how the tensions and issues were handled. So, and that includes how the Four Cs helped handle it. It includes how the Four Cs validated the approach by Park Street leadership, and of course, it includes how everybody acted on all sides. So, Four Cs engages, and diversity declines. Now, that's a little bit, again, that's just looking at how the title presents itself. Now, we're going to drill down into what the Four Cs, how the Four Cs interprets this value. And looking at its biblical basis, we zooming in on Jesus' Great Commission. Therefore, go make disciples of all nations. He simply and clearly states all nations. And then, based on the discernment of the Four Cs, not just the nations we like or those that are close by or those that agree with us. And that's where, again, the say-do ratio is off, frankly. Because as people express disagreement with the facts, with the process, with how everybody's appeals are handled, and even whether a congregational church needs to follow what is decided in a congregational vote, business vote. When there's disagreement, it is stiff-armed. It is deprioritized. It is when the cards are down, and when it's complex, and it's messy, and it's uncomfortable. Four Cs leadership has demonstrated lack of capacity to have effective processes in place to steward and handle differing views in tension. So how in the world are we going to cultivate healthy congregational polity in a world of increasing division politically, culturally, in some ways racially, and as churches continue to subdivide and have leadership clashes. In a textbook way, this matter was not handled taking into account the diversity of people. And I'm going to get into those details a little bit more probably later this year. But I assure you, when we dig into those details, these assertions will be evident. And so again, as we consider the way, the amount, the diversity of opinions you have to handle on a daily basis, the diversity of needs that you have to support on a daily basis, and the complexity that you are accountable to the spiritual growth of your congregants, and you do a great job, and you could do a better job. Do you want to have the support of people and of a series of processes, a series of ill-defined processes that demonstrably does not do a good job of handling diversity? And if so, How much time should you invest? How much of your church's hard-earned budget should you invest in an organization that abstracts away facts and abstracts away the importance of large portions of a large congregation, when you are the one who has the key core relationships with your congregation in all of its diversity? So I think it's important to consider that those allocations of time and resources, and how we can hold leadership accountable to the words on the page regarding how to manage diversity.